You are looking live at Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls are getting set to take on the Ramapo Saints. Hi everybody, welcome to Rizzo Vision. Joe Rizzo here bringing you the action. The football game is a blowout. So maybe you want to keep the TV on, keeping track of it just in case, but put the volume up on your device and check out the Rockets against the Ramapo Saints. The Rockets in their home white jerseys, black pants, white socks with black stripes over there. The numbers are in black with red trim. The Saints in their road dark blue base uniforms. Across the top of the shoulders there's royal blue. The numbers are in white, outlined in blue. The nameplates also in white. There at the top of their numbers are the nameplates. And the Rockets, for the most part, with a couple of exceptions, have their nameplates on the bottom. Natalia Peterson, number 53 for the Saints, will defend the goal to your YouTube left, and she should be going there in a moment. Arialys Markland for the Rockets, number 2, set to play this game as her tandem mate. Emma Lacey played the Saturday game, which was a 2-0 shootout win at the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Both goalies are ready. The players are ready. Liftoff. Period 1 from the Rock. Nieves with Rizzo and Rodriguez up front. On the right point there is Kira Redmond, who fires a shot toward net, and Peterson has to steer it aside. Grace Matone at the left point. Rizzo will battle for it down low. Gets a little help from Nieves as it's bandied about in the corner. Redmond spun around and fell down, lost her edge, and is slamming her stick. No big deal as it was an icing, but Redmond just vociferously upset with herself and sort of trying to laugh it off, but Kira doesn't make many mistakes, and when she does make one like that, I could see the smile from here. She's got a smile that could light up 1,000 halogen bulbs. Same group will face it off to Peterson's right. Saints win it. McNulty sends it up the near side. It's getting through traffic there is Lee Wilkin. Wilkin will try to fire a shot, but Redmond blocks it away, and it goes beyond the end line. Redmond chips it past Schleckweg. Tuttle's over there trying to battle it. It goes to the point. Ryder picks it up. Nieves trying to steer it out. She needs the body to do it. Tuttle sent it back in. It looked like it was onside, but they call the offside. So there will be changes up front and on D for the Rockets. Landstrom with Cook and Connolly up front, Jacobus and Fox on D. Puck comes to neutral ice. Clock buzzed for some reason. They play on. Not sure why the buzzer went off there. The clock is moving and it was started properly. Schleckweg tries to shovel it toward the net, but Jacobus picks it off before Tuttle could get there. Werfel had her stick lifted by Connolly. This is not an icing because the Saints sent it down. Cook and Connolly in pursuit. Zito's going to get there first, and Lily Zito gets it to her forehand on the left side and was able to move it up the boards. Wilkin trying to gain some speed, 33 in blue. Dumped it a little too early. No icing called there. I don't know why. It was Jacobus was there, but she wasn't near enough the puck. So the Rockets are going to be pressed here. Zito picks it off, sends it to Markland's right. Markland lets it go. Landstrom defending. Tobin moves it out between the points. Zito at the right point. Sends it all the way through traffic. Schleckweg was trying to redirect it, but instead knocked it down. Schleckweg's in front. Backhand 1, 2. Markland with a right pad save, and then eventually covers it up. I never heard a whistle. Tobin got dumped over there as she turned one way, and it looked like maybe Landstrom turned the other way. They were both looking in opposite directions, and when they turned, they collided, but everybody seems to be okay. First order of business. Latour up front now with Hansen and Menichillo. On D, it is making her debut on defense this season. This was the surprise, is number 84, Grace Ulrich. She's playing with Aaron Bruno. So the Rockets have 3 forward lines, and they have 3 defense pair today. Picked off nearly by Menichillo. Ryder took a spill over there behind the play and lost her glove. Luzon comes in, passes over, wrist shot, score! Caitlin Schoenbach breaks the Saints out to a 1-0 lead with 14:26 left in period 1. On the 2-on-1, she converted. Schoenbach took the feed and deposited it in the top left, over the top left of Arialys Markland's glove. So the Saints break out early. Hansen grabs it, sends it in. Ryder retreating to her own near side corner. Latour is there, putting her under pressure. Steals it. Latour centers it in front. Peterson kicked it with the skate. It's loose in front. Hansen got a piece of it, but didn't get a shot off. Caldera will move it up. Gain the center line. Still with it. Now trying to steer around the right side, but Matone forces her to give it up. Choi was over there. Caldera picks it back. Choi tries to center it in front. Bumped away was DeToya. Comes to the near side corner, just a little bit out of view. Centering attempt by Caldera, rebuffed by Redmond. Comes to the point. Ryder pinches in to keep it there. It's knocked away by Latour. Menichillo prevented McNulty from having an easy shot at it there. Maeve McNulty, number 4, the right defenseman. 44, the left defenseman, is Rachel Ryder. She's got the puck. It's knocked away by Menichillo. Menichillo's 1-on-2. Menichillo bears down, gets close, tried to maybe get it to her backhand or center it for Nieves. Neither connected. 13 left, period 1. Ramapo Saints in the dark jerseys up 1-0 over the New Jersey Rockets in white. CC Nieves battles for it in the near side corner. Knocked away by Mia Rodriguez, the outlet pass, but Kerry Tuttle grabs it. Sends it to neutral ice, was looking to send Lee Wilkin, but didn't quite connect. Nieves grabs it, sends it into the offensive zone. Rizzo will bear down on Ryder, and Ryder will make a good move. She's now leading a 3-on-2, but she gets over the center line, dumps it in, and speeds back to her bench for a change. Saints moving well so far, so are the Rockets, but the Saints have converted here quickly. Comes to the point, and it's kept in by Werfel, who sends it right back down as Wilkin hustles off to the bench. Paige Luzon jumps on for her and moves into the play to knock that puck away. Nieves will pick it up, try to steer it forward to herself off the boards. She has Rizzo streaking down the middle under pressure from Zito. Peterson makes an easy save there. Picked off for a moment by Rodriguez, but couldn't hold on. Jacobus and Fox, the defense pair there. That was sent in. It looked like offside. Puck battle over there. Rodriguez and Werfel eventually knocked in for the dump by Paige Luzon. Luzon, 26, lifting the stick. Takes a spill there on her own. She's down, and she's staying down for a moment. There was no ill will on that play. In fact, Luzon was the one who initiated the contact on Fox and ended up getting the worst of the fall. She's regained her equilibrium and now is up. So Paige Luzon's okay. If you're concerned about any of our girls, which we all are, it's agnostic to the uniforms here. They are all our girls. Luzon fires it toward the net, was looking for Schoenbach to redirect it. Schoenbach with the check, and she's going to go off for a couple of minutes. And let's see if they call a check or interference. They are going to call a cross-check on Caitlin Schoenbach. So Schoenbach's been busy. She has the only goal of the game, and she has the only penalty of the game, which will put the Rockets on the power play. They'll start it up front with Lily Latour, most likely taking the draw and playing center. Francesca Hansen in the slot. Hope Menichillo will man the point on the right side, and Grace Ulrich will jump up to the left D, and Lauren Fox, usually a defenseman, will play right wing. Fox off the faceoff sends it at Peterson, who steers it aside. Near side corner, Hansen got there first, tried to forward the puck past McNulty. McNulty prevented her from doing it easily, but couldn't hold the possession. Ulrich at the point, looking for some room, eventually dumps it down low, looking for Latour off the dasher. McNulty picks it up from her, sends it up, and is able to get it out as Ulrich had to retreat. Rockets will clear the zone with 1:30 left in the power play. Menichillo comes in, was dumped there. Tuttle might have gotten away with a little bit of a foot trip, but used the body and got her hip in there enough so they didn't call the trip. Hansen doesn't have anywhere to go in a shooting lane because Wilken denied her that easy shot, so she had to dump it. It comes out, but Fox keeps it in. Ryder ping-pongs it out, and Tuttle will try to chase it down. Fox and Ulrich are there, but Tuttle picks it off. Tuttle still has it shorthanded. She's going to try the wraparound. She hit the side of the post. Ulrich picked it up and just fired it out. It's not going to be an icing. The Rockets are going to change, except for Menichillo, who's hustling down there to see if she could pick one off and walk in. 52 seconds left on the power play for the Rockets, and it's Matone and Redmond on the points. Menichillo still up front with Rodriguez and Nieves. Menichillo will hustle off. Rizzo will jump on and streak into the play from the right. There's 13 coming right at the net. She's wide open if the puck bounces for her, and it doesn't do that because Werfel said, I'm going to be in the right position and I'm going to handle this puck. Matone and Redmond go between the defense partners and make Wilken hustle around. Werfel's going to pick this up in the far corner. It comes toward the point, but Caldera gets it before. Nieves picked it off, 1-on-2. Now the Saints are still trying to get it out. They steer it to the point. Redmond steps in to keep it in. The penalty is going to expire as Rizzo gets it behind the net. Rizzo centers, and the one-timer by Nieves is kicked away with the right pad by Peterson. Rizzo centers again, and Rodriguez got a piece, but it didn't go all the way through. This is not going to be an icing. The Rockets sent this down on their own, and Markland doesn't realize it, but that's a good non-icing call. The Rockets were trying to center that puck, and the Saints were not the ones who sent it down. Redmond steps in to deny Caldera and will gain the offensive zone with a dump in and stand sentry at the right point. 8:36 left, first period, 1-0 Ramapo. They're in the dark blue. The Rockets are in the base white jerseys. Matone sent it in. DeToya knocked it down. Two old teammates right there having a little chat about what they're doing. Connolly looking to try to center it. Landstrom gets there. Landstrom and Connolly trying to work the magic. Cook is going to help out, pick it up. Cook has it. Cook still with it, looking to reverse it. Falls down. No trip. She fell on her own. Zito's going to pick it up. And Lily Zito, 14, is going to move it up the near side wall. But stepping in and battling for it, so there's no easy breakout, is Grace Matone. Rockets chip it up. Connolly couldn't handle it cleanly. She tried to move it out of the zone. Caldera picked it up, sends it down low by Ryder to Tobin. Tobin battling for it in the near side, but Matone takes it away. Matone looking for Connolly, but just put it a little too much into the skates and not quite close enough to the stick. Cook was looking to pick one off and walk in. She scored that way in the first game against these teams on an identical play. Ryder gets through two. She's going to just march right down Broadway as a trailer. That plays offside, and they're going to call it. Ryder was looking to just carry it for as long as she could. She had to give it up to Tobin. Tobin had to hit the brakes because one of the Rockets stepped in at the blue line and forced the offside. Latour on the dot. Menichillo and Hansen the wings. The second whistle comes in, and they do face it off. Luzon sends it back to Tobin. He's going to fire it at the net. Markland controls the rebound to the far corner. Centering feed by Schoenbach was a shot. Wrist shot blocked away by Bruno. Sent up and out. Latour and Hansen are on their horses, 2-on-1. Latour tried to pass it to Hansen, just mishandled it. It almost turned into a fake, but she just lost the handle. She was trying to do a give and go on the 2-on-1 with Francesca Hansen, was Lily Latour wearing 74 in white. Latour has Menichillo. Oh, but what a play by McNulty. McNulty blindly just picked up that puck, and Latour was looking to send Menichillo in. There's a tape-to-tape pass. Menichillo gets through Ryder. Menichillo gets through McNulty, loses it. Latour pops it at the net. Knocked down in front. Peterson smacks it away with the paddle of the stick. Schlechtweg had it for a moment. Now Delaney Schlechtweg got it back and steered it out of the zone off the feed from Tuttle. McNulty gets it out of the zone, but Ulrich, now a defenseman, picks it up. She's going to try to take it to the house. Wrist shot. Peterson had to get it with the blocker. We don't have the shots up on the board, but it's been about even. And only one has gone in, and that is courtesy of 13 in blue, Caitlin Schoenbach, who also has the only penalty of the game. There's a scrum right below us. Rizzo eventually got a piece of it. McNulty had a couple of steps on everybody. She's going to try to march all the way in, steer around Ulrich. Ulrich blunted the shot. McNulty picks it back up, still has it, sends it for Schlechtweg. Wrist shot. Oh, Markland with a save. She threw up the blocker and got a piece of it. From the corner, marching out, was Wilkin. Her shot never got through. Rizzo uses the body to let the puck steer out of the zone, and it's sent in offside. They have to call it there. And one ref was waiting for the other to call it. There's no delayed offside. This is about the third season that they've played with that rule. Second or third full season that they've played without that delayed offside rule. Everybody universally hates that there's no delayed offside, but we still play with it anyway. Tuttle versus Landstrom. Landstrom will take the win for a moment, but Wilkin eventually steals the faceoff. Zito and Werfel work between defense, and Schlechtweg is going to get it in. Gets by Redmond. Schlechtweg centers it. Backhand. Oh, she shot it wide! Wilkin! Oh, goodness, she had Markland on the near side. She had it on her backhand to a yawning net, and Lee Wilkin just dumped it wide. A huge break for the Rockets to keep the deficit at 1-0 with now 4:30 left in period number 1. Redmond tries to send Cook, but it's a little too strong, so Werfel gets it. Melina Werfel takes it behind her own net. Comes to the point. Redmond steps in. Puck battle was over there. They're going to call a penalty here. It's probably going to be for Redmond, maybe for interference. What I don't like is that he didn't call it right away. Puck battle now down low. The goalie is out. It's 6-on-5. Here comes Ryder. She loses it, though, and the Rockets gain possession, and the whistle blows. Oh, Ryder streaked off the bench. She was all alone, looking to just take that puck. She could have, if she gathered it cleanly, she walks right in, and there's nobody near her. So they're going to call the cross-check on Redmond. I guess maybe she got the stick up as the puck was pitchforked ahead. I would have gone for interference more than a cross-check, but there was definitely something there, and the Rockets are shorthanded for the first time. Ryder at the left point to McNulty at the right. Maeve McNulty tries to fire it through traffic, but Hansen blocked it. Hansen shovels it out and forces Misha Choi to send it all the way back for Rachel Ryder. Ryder, 44. She's got the white helmet. She's the only player on either team that's not a goalie to have a white helmet. So if you're a fan of Rachel Ryder, that's an easy way to pick her out, number 44 in blue. A player that I've had the pleasure of knowing for many years. This one is sent down, and unless it somehow goes on net or dies on its end, it's going to be icing. And it is. 3:19 left period 1, 1-0 Ramapo Saints in the dark blues over the New Jersey Rockets in the mainly white base jerseys. 1:22 left in the first power play of the game for Ramapo. There's been one other power play, and the Rockets could not make good on that. Puck battle over there. Nieves is going to walk out. Nieves and Rizzo 2-on-1 shorthanded. Nieves comes up the right wing. They call the offside. Oh, boy. Oh, my. And Nieves is asking in her best Italian, what the heck was that? And that play looked like it was completely onside, and I guess I'll have to watch the replay like you. That was a clear 2-on-1 shorthanded. Now Schlechtweg moves in on Fox. Fox steers her to the outside, and Schlechtweg has to dump it. Wilkin tried to pick it up. Nieves now sends it up the middle. Rizzo jumped back to safety to pick it up and carry it in. Knocked out of the zone. They have to reset. Schlechweg is the one tapping the stick on the right. Wrist shot goes all the way wide by Werfel, who retreats back to the left point. Schlechweg, oh, she had a shot right there, and she elected to send it to Tuttle below the end line. Delaney Schlechweg, 66, had wide open space right there. He was being an unselfish player to pass, but the play was to shoot. Jacobus will skate in with Rizzo, fires it. Peterson easily knocks it down with the left pad and steered it so they could break out with ease. Schlechweg, 66, will move it in, gain the circle, wrist shot, knocked down. She got a lot on it, but the shrug by Markland keeps it out. Zito now in a puck battle. Tuttle over there, centering feed, it goes through everybody. Ryder steps in, bunts it forward. Batted out, but not out. Ryder had to bring it out. Menichillo was bearing down behind her. Menichillo putting pressure on Ryder, forcing her to make the play. Lily Zito gets the puck down low, sends it in, falls on her own after that. Puck moved in. Ulrich stood her ground there. Ulrich now looks like she's jumped up to center. She started the game on D. Let's see if the Rockets rotated or if they go with now 5D. It looks like the forward portion is a little bit crowded. Sent down in with 1:20 left in the first period. Ramapo holding a 1-0 lead. They're going to call a trip on Menichillo right there. She took a whack at the puck, missed it. Got the left shin pad of Ryder. Ryder went down. But it could have been a little accentuation there on 44. She's a pretty good skater, I'm going to say. That maybe a little whack on the shin pads might have knocked her down. But the penalty goes to Menichillo with 1:11 left in the first period. Rockets trailing 1-0, and they're shorthanded now for the second time in the game. McNulty over to Ryder, playing big minutes at the point. Connolly tried to knock that one down. Tobin trying to stick handled it one too many times and gave Grace Matone a chance to recover. Redirected by Schoenbach in front, and Markland covers it up. Caitlin Schoenbach has the goal, and she almost had another. Took a centering feed over there, just got the blade of the stick on it from Carla Tobin, who's taking the face off here. Tobin tries to walk in, but Matone jumped in the path right there to redirect it. Luzon in front, trying to bang it home. It's still loose in the crease. Still loose, still loose. Nobody could see it. And finally, the referee blows the whistle. You could hear Coach Jacobus vociferous. Call it, he says. And typically, these whistles are fairly quick when the goalie is in a prone situation. The referees, as we've seen most of the season, will err on the side of blowing the whistle too quick rather than leaving it to be an extra moment too long. Ryder between the points gets it down low, but Redmond knocked it away before Tobin could handle it. 30 seconds left in the period, 1:18 in the power play. Rockets hope to end this period with power play time still on the clock. Rizzo and Rodriguez up front. They're going to break out 3-on-2. Matone up to Rizzo. Rizzo trying to turn the corner. She doesn't have a lot of time. She's got 15 seconds. Gets through one, gets through another, gets down low, knocked away by McNulty. Kept in by Matone. Ryder picks it up, and she's going to try to skate out the last few seconds of the period under pressure from Rizzo, and that'll do it. So the Rockets trail 1-0 after one. And they finished that period shorthanded, but with nearly a strike to tie it up. They'll start period number 2. Down Hope Menichillo for 49 seconds. So 48 will be in the box for the first 49 seconds of the period. And that's on the Rockets' end if all things go well, because if she's not in there for that long, that means that the Saints will have scored. We're glad you are joining us from parts all over. We could say it in a few different languages. One of them would be Italian. Buonasera to the grandparents of Cici Nieves, watching us from way across the pond in Italia. And we're glad that they join us. They might not be joining us live necessarily, but you can always watch the games on demand. The live streams typically will stay up for a few hours. That link is usually pretty good for a while. And if you try to get back, if you had the link to the live stream at some point and you're looking to go back to it in the future and it's unavailable to you, just go on the regular playlist of games New Jersey Rockets 2022-23, and there's a catalog of games there. What the reason for that is because sometimes the quality of the live stream is not as good as the quality that we can put up later most of the time. And this game should be no exception to that. Every now and then there's a little glitch in recording and we leave the live streams up, but most of the time we have a higher quality recording for you in the archives. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we would love if you did that to what Coach Paul Landstrom likes to call Rizzo Vision. We haven't rebranded yet, but we will admittedly say that we like the name. Arialys Markland will defend the goal to your YouTube left. Natalia Peterson to your YouTube right. Rockets started out shorthanded for 49 seconds with number 48 in the box. Liftoff, period 2. Ulrich started the game as a defenseman. She looks like she's moved back to her customary forward position. Here comes Tuttle trying to get in over the line on the left side. Gives it up to Schleckweg, who you don't want her to shoot. Werfel from the point, redirected by Matone, but not at the net. Werfel backhands it back to Tuttle. Setting up are the Saints, knocked away. Matone had it. Ulrich's going to try to skate it out. She's got to get past the deft Zito. She will have a battle on her hands to do that. She gets to the corner, and Zito holds her ground. Ulrich is going to pick it back up. Send it to the point for Matone. Rockets shorthanded for another 3 seconds, and then Menichillo might just hustle right back into the play. She is going to do that. There she is, 48, streaking down the middle. That pass didn't connect with her, but it comes to the near side Tuttle. Menichillo tries to get through Werfel, couldn't quite do it. Werfel's going to move it up. Tries to center it for Wilkin. Wilkin didn't get in cleanly, but does get in. Saints changing now, at least one on defense. Werfel jumps out, and Ryder is on. Ryder now has to defend Menichillo one-on-one. Menichillo tries to get wide. Wrist shot, and she scores! Hope Menichillo, it's 15:36 left in period 2. That one's for Gouda. And it is 1-1, Rockets and the Saints. Menichillo picked one up on center. She came in on Ryder. Ryder defended her well. She stood her up. Menichillo didn't quite undress her, but she got enough of a chance to unleash that sniper fire. And she was able to wrist it past the glove of Peterson. We are 1-1. Jacobus picks it off, sends it down in. Saints will move it up, and that's going to be an icing. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 15-13 left, period 2. Rockets have tied at 1-1 on the goal by Hope Menichillo. She came out of the box. She joined the play. The Rockets had an offensive possession at that moment. It came out of the zone, went back into the zone on Menichillo's stick from center ice and then all the way in before she scored. McNulty picks it up off the face-off, brings it behind her own end line. Dave McNulty gives it away right there. Maybe it was not. Oh, there's a huge cross-check in front, and that's going to be a power play for the Rockets. Oh, boy. That one was a big cross-check right there with the puck not even anywhere close. So Lily DeToya is going to head to the box. They call it a slash. I mean, it was just a cross-check from hell. I mean, DeToya, if you're going to do it, I guess get your money's worth. And boy, she got every penny of it right there. So the Rockets now on their second power play with 14:58 left in period 2. They've evened it at 1. Face off, comes to the point. Jacobus between traffic, redirected. Fox tried to put it in on the rebound. She couldn't do it. Comes to the point. Menichillo brings it out. Menichillo playing the point on the power play. Fox, typically a defenseman, playing right wing. Sent in, Ryder chips it up, can't get it out. Menichillo kept it in. Menichillo's trying to walk it down low. Menichillo had it almost for the whole time, but McNulty picks it up and steers it out. That's not going to be an icing. She sent it down, but it was off a Rocket's stick blade right there. So the referees have had a pretty straightforward time of it here. They called it even. Not an issue today as opposed to on Saturday where the Rockets were penalized for sneezing, it seemed like. Sometimes in the case, they were penalized for sneezing and the player didn't even have a nose. Rockets will move it in. Here comes Jacobus down the middle. Jacobus is going to take it into the far corner, hit the brakes, send it to Fox at the point. They'll exchange spots. Fox tried to fire it, but got it picked off her stick by Rizzo, who sends it out. 13:44 left period 2. 1-1 game. Rockets with 43 seconds on a power play. Fox fired it in, but Peterson made the save. Rockets will change 1. Ulrich jumps out, Latour jumps in. Latour standing at the point. It's loose in front, they couldn't get it in. Menichillo steers it at the front, knocked away by Rizzo. What a play. Calm, cool, and collected, like a quarterback under pressure in the pocket. Knows that the hit is coming. Rizzo stood in there and just calmly made the right play. 14. Sent up for Hansen. She got a piece of it, so there's no icing. Rockets have 8 seconds on the power play here. Rizzo turns it, but it goes to Latour at the near side boards. Penalty is now going to expire. DeToya is going to jump onto the bench, and the Rockets still have it down low. Rizzo looking, still looking on the backhand, still looking, goes to Latour at the point. Latour tees it up, shoots, and Rodriguez was trying to redirect it, or Nieves was looking for a rebound. Sent out, Schleckweg gets it, and what a play by Bruno. She just looked for Choi and marked her the whole way. That play right there was completely, the best play that we saw right there was completely off the puck. Aaron Bruno was at the blue line on the far side. The puck carrier was being marked. Bruno found the streaking Choi coming down the middle, and she just guarded her the whole way, preventing a scoring chance. What a play by Bruno. I mean, you can't teach that. That is hockey sense at its finest for 16 and white. Rachel Ryder, 44. Moves it up, tries to spring a player in, but couldn't find the thread. Latour gets it knocked away. She's out up front she's actually on D now with Bruno. So that's the swap. Centering feed. Oh, it didn't get all the way to Rizzo. Rizzo gets it shot. Oh, Peterson smothered it. And a little pushing after the play. Choi engaged Rizzo after the whistle. Rizzo gave her a little bit back. The girls are being girls, and the refs let them play. Good non-calls there. Goalie's under pressure, protect your goalie. And if somebody's going to come after you, give them a little bit back. Nothing crazy. 1-1. Saints struck first. Rockets struck back. Haley Connolly dumps it in. She's with Izzy Cook with Barbara Landstrom at center. Cook interrupted Tobin's clearing attempt. Zito picks it up the near side boards to Schoenbach. Retreating is Matone under pressure from Paige Luzon, trying to split the middle. Gets through 3, but eventually Werfel picks it up, chips it off the boards for Schoenbach, who dumps it in with the backhand. A lot of lefty sticks on the Saints. And in some cases, it's not so usual at this level to see 2 lefty defensemen on the same pairing, but that's what we have. Connolly dumps it in and regains her own chase. Centers it for Cook, but Rizzo again. Right place, right time, right play. Ulrich loses it to Caldera. Sharp angle shot goes through the top of the crease. Markland let it go. Schoenbach wheels. It's blocked down by the hand of Redmond, but because they're in their own zone, it's not a hand pass. Rockets will try to change. Ryder looking for a seam, looking to hit a big one there. Sends it to Schoenbach, who tips it in, and Schoenbach heads off for a change. Rockets in the breakout mode here. Hansen is trying to get behind the D, but had to cheat back in. The long pass goes. There's not going to be an icing because Ryder looks like maybe she got a piece of it. According to the ref, Ryder says no, she didn't. Ref says yes, Rachel says no. Picked up by Menichillo. Gets to the slot, lost it over there. It was poked away by McNulty. Puck battle right below us, hard to see. Ulrich eventually gets it in the area of Menichillo. They battled just below us. DeToya picked it up but couldn't connect with a teammate. Menichillo tries to jump up with it, and eventually Francesca Hansen gets it, and she has to dump it as McNulty jumped in front of her. Picked up behind the end line. Good bump off by Ulrich. Battled for below the end line over there. And Menichillo picks it up, finds Fox between the points. Fox walks it, sends it, fired down low. Peterson knocked it away. It wasn't really a shot. She just saw a loose puck there and swatted it out of danger with a combination of her blocker and the stick. Menichillo picks off the outlet pass and walks between the points. She has Hansen down low. Wrist shot! She hit the post! Menichillo hit the right post. Natalia Peterson's best friend is a piece of iron because that's what's kept it 1-1. Rodriguez picks it off between the points. Sends it down low. Nieves was looking to redirect it. Rizzo tries to curl out of the corner but lost it to Caldera. Caldera is going to gain the center line, and she was trying to send DeToya, but really more of a dump in. Rockets are trying to catch the Saints in a change. Wilkin moves it toward the middle, chipped out by Jacobus. Rizzo trying to regain that. It hopped over her stick. Schlechtweg gets it, tries to send it near the net on a bouncing puck, forcing Markland to make a play. Wilkin looking, tries to center it. Rockets don't let it get through. 8:12 left, period 2. Rockets have evened it at 1-1. Nieves and Rodriguez work a pair crossing. Rodriguez tried to move it forward off the pass from Nieves, carried it into the zone. Jacobus chips it down low. Wilkin gets there. Rizzo was trying to swat down the clearing attempt along the dasher. Softball practices have started, but Rizzo didn't get quite a good enough look on that one. Rizzo will carry it past Zito. Now centers between the points for Bruno. Bruno sends it down and just negotiates that puck to the bottom of the right circle. Rodriguez took a knee, and the Rockets are going to have a power play here as Rodriguez was trying to get through, and he's going to call it, I think, a cross check, but Rodriguez was trying to get through, and somebody threw the knee out there. Maybe they call it a trip. It's Werfel. She's called for the cross check, but it really was a trip. Rodriguez sent the puck forward. Rodriguez and then was trying to get past Werfel. Werfel stepped into her with a knee and caught Rodriguez, thankfully not in the knee, but above in the quadriceps area, and tripped her down. So the Rockets will have a power play with 7:26 left in period number 2. They have a 13-9 lead on the shot board. And they will start it out up front with Francesca Hansen taking the face-off, Lily Latour in the slot, Grace Ulrich on the far boards, Aaron Bruno at the left point, Hope Menichillo on the right. Ulrich off the face-off, sends it to Bruno and tries to work it in between the points. Lost it there, but Latour is going to recover it. Spinning shot knocked away by the streaking Ryder, who stretched out her stick to knock it away. One-timer in front by Hansen off the pass from Latour, and Peterson dropped the glove down to make the save and gets a hug from Ryder for the business. Saints will change it up front, so Wilkin and Schlechtweg will be the up front penalty killers. Hansen wins the face-off. Ulrich lost it over there. Here comes the break. It's going to be McNulty. Menichillo picks her pocket. What is the penalty? Oh, they call a slash. Oh, my goodness. How is that a slash? Her stick was on the ice the whole time she picked her pocket. They call Menichillo for the slash. Big break for the Saints right there. I mean, that puck was on the ice. Her stick was on the ice the whole time. Big break for the Saints. Coach Jacobus not pleased with that missed call. 6:56 left, period 2. 4-on-4 hockey for 90 seconds. And then the Saints will have a power play for 30 seconds. Ulrich and Hansen up front. Matone and Redmond, the stalwarts on D for the 4-on-4. Hansen's going to get it at the near side boards, tries to push it out of the zone to at least make the Saints reset. Does that. Ryder was walking away and fell, and they're going to call a penalty on this now. They call Hansen for a trip. Ryder's walking away off a square. They call a cross check. So the Rockets now and the usually silent Menichillo is not pleased. So two very, very, very dubious calls against the Rockets have put them on a 3-on-4 for about the next 100 seconds. A lot of open ice out there. Knocked away. This is not going to be an icing, and it's going to go on net either way. Ulrich with Redmond and Matone. They've actually been out there for a bit. McNulty and Ryder, along with Wilken and Schleckweg for the Saints. Wilken goes to McNulty, tries to fire off a shot. It was like a seeing eye single, but it didn't get all the way through to Markland. Ryder at the point. She'll go to McNulty at the top of the right circle. McNulty walks it in. Wrist shot. There's a save. I think that Markland got the blocker on it. 6 minutes left in the period. It's 1-1. Big chance for the Saints here. McNulty through traffic fires it wide. 25 seconds left until it becomes a 5-on-3 for the Saints. There's a shot knocked away by Markland. It comes all the way out. It's not going to be an icing. Ulrich is going to hustle down to try to break up the play. Ulrich steals it for a moment. It comes out and Peterson has to kick it away. It wasn't a quality chance. It was just a shoveling. Rockets are in a 5-on-3 defense here. Latour picks it up. Latour trips. Nieves is going to walk in. Under pressure. Nieves shoots. Peterson gloves it down, and the Rockets get a whistle in the offensive zone. They have a new crew out there among the three, so they don't even need to change. There's 19 seconds left in the penalty to Menichillo. That'll make it a 5-on-4. Then 13 seconds thereafter, the penalty to Hansen will expire as long as the Rockets can keep it out of their own net. Icing in effect in all situations, even in 3-on-5. Shot by Latour was redirected and went wide. Nieves ragging the puck down low. Centers it, almost trying a stuff shot. Nieves giving him hell. Nieves picks it back up. 22, what a shift. Latour shoots. Peterson knocks it down. Nieves picks up a loose puck in the slot. The Rockets are 3-on-5 and they're putting pressure. Now they're 4-on-5. Here comes Tuttle. She's got Caldera. Jacobus, the last line of defense from skaters, and she picks it up. 4 seconds left before Hansen exits the box. Rizzo over to Jacobus. Hansen's out of the box and she goes to the bench. The Rockets have killed it off. Rodriguez is out there. Rizzo down the slot, gets it, tries to get through Werfel. She got just enough of it. They're going to break out. The Rockets are caught in the change. Carrie Tuttle's going to break it alone. She shoots. It's a save, and there's no rebound. And Fox clears Tuttle away, and they're going to call a penalty on Fox for just clearing Tuttle around from the crease. Oh boy, the Rockets are just beside themselves with the penalty calls here. I mean, that's a simple clearing of the crease. She didn't get the stick up there. Oh boy, that's a tough one. I sound like a broken record here. So the Rockets have just killed a 3-on-5. Kerry Tuttle got in on the breakaways. The Rockets were caught on a change. Hansen jumped from the box to the bench, and it caught the Rockets in a change. Kerry Tuttle, 19 in blue, came in, and Markland made the save. Fox just came over and ushered her out of the way, but they call the penalty. So the Saints are on the power play again. Landstrom and Cook up front to kill it off. Connolly will take a shift, killing a penalty on D with Bruno. Wilkin will get it in. She's got Schleckweg on the far side and sends it off the boards to see if she connects. She does for a moment. McNulty's at the point and she'll pick it up. McNulty chips it forward, gets tied up with Cook. Backhand redirected by Tobin, but she maybe took a little bit off the puck. Wilkin spins around, goes for the stuff shot. Markland with the save, covers it up after Bruno got dumped in front. Now they could have easily called that because Bruno got dumped, and I think they are going to call it. So Tobin's going to go to the box for upending Bruno. Oh wait, now they're going to take 2 players off. Connolly is going on. Connolly can't believe I don't know, I didn't see what she possibly did. Or she's not going off. Okay, I thought she was going off. Tobin with the trip on Bruno will make it 4-on-4 hockey for the next 84 seconds, at which time Lauren Fox will exit the box and give the Rockets 36 seconds of power play time. The Saints changed late there. They changed their defense up, but it was in time. They just didn't. They had the right players out there. They just didn't get the other players off quick enough. So that's why the refs would allow a late change like that. 4-on-4 hockey for another 75 seconds in a 1-1 game. Hansen was trying to spring Ulrich there. Zito jumped in and picked that one off. Wilkin will fire it in. Wilkin had a phenomenal chance to make this game 2-0. She got a nice pass in front, had Markland on the opposite side of the net, and her backhand just shoveled wide. Ulrich will hustle down and try to put Werfel under pressure. Werfel will bank it off the board, spin around, and look to move up with 42 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Here's Lily Zito. Sends it across ice, was looking for Schleckweg, but Matone picked it up. Matone will gain the center line, dump it in. Werfel will jump back to get it. Werfel up the near side for Zito. Zito looking for Schleckweg in the middle, connect. Schleckweg tries to go to the far wing for Wilkin, but Wilkin had to be in a defensive posture in case that pass didn't complete. Ulrich knocked it down. She's there with Latour. Latour skating through. Rockets trying to gain possession on the near side wall. Latour will get it behind the net. Latour centering feed. It's a backhand. There's a left pad save. Menichillo fires the second one wide. She got 2 backhands on toward the net. One was on Peter. Menichillo gets it, and she scores! Hope Menichillo! It's going to be a power play goal as the penalty for Fox just expired. There was 33 seconds left in the penalty to Tobin, so it'll be full strength, but with 2:20 left in period 2, the Rockets have doubled their lead. They've taken the lead now, 2-1. 2 for Gouda for Hope Menichillo. Rockets, after all these penalties, are having to mix up lines and defense pairs. Nieves now with Menichillo and Rizzo, so we haven't seen that crew together. Rizzo's going to take a pass from Menichillo off the boards. Sends one down low for Nieves. Shot. Peterson save, and she holds on. Schoenbach was there to sweep it away if she didn't get it cleanly. And she's a forward, so that's good team defense by the Saints there, although they did let the Rockets get the puck in down low. Nieves on the dot. Menichillo, who has both goals for the Rockets, in the slot. Rizzo on the far side wing. Lacrosse style face-off. Rizzo trying to get in there late. Schoenbach's going to pick it up, get past Fox. She's got Bruno to beat. Bruno steers her to the outside. Schoenbach will shoot, and Markland will grab it with the glove. She might have been a little handcuffed with it, but the shot was high enough that she was able to glove it and hold on. Rockets will change forward lines now, as Landstrom will be on the dot. Connolly will occupy the slot along with Cook, the two forwards. On D, Bruno. On the near side D, Lauren Fox in front of her goaltender standing sentry. Choi on the face-off wins it to McNulty between the points. McNulty in a puck battle, but one too many Rockets and one less McNulty. Landstrom kept it in. She got it into the zone unawares. And now it's bunted forward by Ryder with 100 seconds left in period 2. And the Rockets with a 2-1 lead on 2 goals from Hope Menichillo. One for Schoenbach in the first period to open the scoring for the Saints. She's got the puck now, or she's in a puck battle, 13 in blue. It pops out, and Tobin has to bring it outside of the zone. Ryder. It's chipped in. Tobin and Caldera. Tobin has to come back to the sideboards, the half boards, to get it. Cook knocked her off the puck, chipped it down, just got it out of the zone with a minute left in period 2. Rockets and the Saints on a Sunday afternoon. Football stinks. Watch this. U19 AA girls hockey. These girls giving it everything they got. Emotions running high. Talent, grit, awareness, everything that you could want in a sporting event. And they're doing it all for fun. In fact, they say I'd pay to play this game. Well, they are. They're paying to play it. And everybody's getting their money's worth today. What a game. Rockets trying to move it out of the zone. Saints have 20 seconds to operate if they can get it back in. Puck battle along the far boards in front of Mr. Ulrich and Miss Fox. Batted into the offensive zone. Nieves has 9 seconds. Shot. Natalia Peterson gets a fluttering puck. Saw it all the way and was able to glove it down. Sometimes the goalies won't really like that so much. There's 6.6 seconds left in the period. The Rockets have Nieves up front on the dot with Rodriguez and Rizzo. Will Coach Jacobus pull the goaltender? So he's talked about wanting to do this. They did it yesterday with 2.6 seconds left in the game. With 6.6 in a period, he elects not to. Face-off battle picked up. It's stolen by Redmond. Trying to go down low. They try to get it to Rizzo. Time's going to expire. Rizzo tried to get behind Zito. Two buddies over there with different jerseys on today, and at other times they wear the same jersey. After 2-1, the Rockets lead. Menichillo with an even strength goal and then a power play goal after the expiration of a 4-on-4. And the Rockets, with a truncated power play, were able to convert. Really, the action was 4-on-4 at that time, as Lauren Fox was leaving the box, but the extra player was not even there to join the play yet. Fox hadn't even left the box, actually. She was still in there, although the penalty had expired. 23-16, the shots in favor of the Rockets through 2. 17 minutes set on the clock. Referees sit in the home penalty box to get themselves a break, and they have been busy today. They have been calling it tight. When they call it tight, coaches and players don't mind as long as they feel like it's being called fair. They sometimes call it loose and let the girls play. Sometimes they call it tight, and seemingly minor things that are most of the time not infractions become infractions. But the Rockets have taken residence in penalty boxes here over the last couple of days. And if you go back to the videos, you could probably do a continuous loop, a gag reel, of me saying, "Oh my goodness," every time a referee puts a Rocket in the box. "17 minutes on the clock. Ulrich against Tuttle for the face-off. Rockets in the white jerseys, Saints in the dark blue. Markland defends the goal to the right. Peterson the goal to the left. Liftoff, period 3. Rockets trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead. Wilken fires one away, but it's kicked out by Markland, and we're underway. Wilken, centering feed, was looking for Schleckweg. Couldn't quite connect. Hansen, under a lot of traffic, tried to chip it into loose ice for Menichillo, but couldn't quite connect. Matone retreats into her own end, spins around, and finds Menichillo looking for Hansen, and Hansen will skate it out of the zone, trying to negotiate past the center line. She does that. She sent it in and hit the referee. Rockets maintain possession in the offensive zone through a lot of deft stick work. Let's see if they could still do it. Still have it there. They're toeing the line. They should be wearing all black and having Johnny Cash sing right now the way they're toeing the line. Matone hustles down in, centers for Rodriguez, just missed it. Menichillo's in front, unmarked for a moment. Caldera, oh, the referee on the backside was about to lift the hand to put in Caldera for a trip, but he decided to let it go. It was close. It was close. I don't really have a problem either way with the call or the non-call. Like to let the girls play a little bit. Redmond from the point gets it through traffic. Peterson with a nice save, and she covers up. Peterson couldn't see that. She was screened by a Rocket and by her own defenseman. She got the pads on it while she was down on the ice, and she covered the rebound before anybody could sweep it in. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Rodriguez on the far wing, Jacobus on left point, Fox, who has it now, on the right point, has to get it on her backhand. Comes down low, Nieves is going to try to steer it for Rizzo, went a little too strong, and they are going to break out, are the Saints. Caldera chips that one forward. Markland played it, but it was going to go wide. Caldera trying to chase it down. Fox breaks through the gate. Nieves chips it forward. Nieves has Rizzo in the middle. If she can get it to her, Nieves looks, gets in, shoots. Peterson save, no rebound. Nieves was under pressure. She got all the way through. She kind of got a little too low at one point to make the pass. There is a point where you always love on a 2-on-1 to be able to make the pass, but McNulty stepped up defensively and stayed on Nieves and sort of forced her down low, and to the point where the shot was the better play, and Nieves took it. The worst thing to do is get off no shot. Jacobus under pressure there finds Nieves, who was looking for Rizzo. Rodriguez picks it off. Rodriguez and Rizzo. Rodriguez sends it over for Rizzo. Didn't quite connect because Ryder was there and redirected the area of the passing lane. Comes up to the point. Fox has to retreat, bangs it forward. Rockets are offside. Rizzo didn't have a chance to exit the zone, and they will face it off outside of the Ramapo Saints defensive zone. Rockets holding a 25-17 edge on the shot clock, and a 2-1 lead on the scoreboard. 2 by Hope Menichillo and 1 by Caitlin Schoenbach for the Saints. Saints had a 1-0 lead through 1. The second goal by Menichillo was on the power play, but it was really 4-on-4 because Fox hadn't exited the box yet. It goes down as a power play goal. But the reality was it was 4-on-4 when she scored it. Saints move it out. Lily Zito will gain the line on the far side wing. Bring it down low, tries to curl, but Lily Latour wins the battle of lilies with jerseys ending in numbers 4. Connolly hands it off for Latour, who's got Cook down the middle, sends it over for Cook on the backhand, couldn't handle it on the backhand. A lot of hacking going on. Cook spins and fires it toward the net. Latour and Zito battle for it there. Latour picks it up with the skates, looking to get it down low. Got a piece of it to give Ulrich the chance to hustle after it. Wraparound attempt by Ulrich. She hit the side of the cage with it, the part of the iron that is along the ice. Bruno has a little room, and Schoenbach with a good back check prevented her from walking in. Rachel Ryder, 44, trying to go down Broadway. Gets to the top of the circle, gets down low, wrist shot, save Markland, rebound. Another save by Markland. Schleckweg got a piece of it with the backhand. 66 is a sharpshooter. You don't want to give her any room with a forehand or a backhand. And she has it now. She's going to walk in and go. Shot! Markland makes the save with the glove but couldn't corral it. She gets a lot on it with a little time. Ryder, a fluttering slapper, goes far side. Centering feed is knocked down by Latour, and Markland covers it up as it gets to the front. McNulty swatted at it. She was looking to get it either on goal or back to Schlechtweg, and Delaney Schlechtweg was busy on that shift, and she's going to continue it out there, lining up in the slot with Wilkin, the wings, and Tuttle on the face-off with McNulty and Ryder on D. Rockets thwart their efforts as they win the face-off to the one place where the Saints weren't guarding. Matone's going to steal possession there as the Saints lost the face-off but one possession. Hansen trying to get it in, and she does. There's a piece of something on the ice at the top of the slot near the right circle. Hopefully the referees will pick that up at some point. Sent up and out. Schlechtweg has it. She'll gain the line, but under pressure and duress, 3 Rockets there to take it away. A lot of Saints in one spot. It goes down to Ryder. She carries it down low. She's a defenseman playing down low, but Tuttle's back covering up for her. Hansen gains the line of center, dumps it in, and the Rockets will change forwards. And they make a good change. Latoya fired it in, trying to force the turnover. Rizzo's out there with Landstrom and Rodriguez at the moment. Landstrom fires it out. It's going to be an icing unless it goes on net or it dies on its end, and there's the icing. 11:34 left, period number 3. Rockets holding on tightly to a 2-1 lead over the Ramapo Saints on what is now a Sunday evening, where the focus in sports might be the NFL football championship games. And when you have a vested interest in a game like this or not, well, I'll posit that it could be just as exciting watching this stuff. So we're glad for all of those of you who have decided to do that. Landstrom on the dot, wins it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez and Rizzo hustling out. Werfel's going to guard Rizzo. Rizzo gets past now if Rodriguez could get it to her, but good D. Werfel peeled off Rizzo to help out, and that was the right move by 55. Comes back around. Landstrom's trying to get off for a change, and she does as Ulrich jumps on the ice, but the puck is knocked out of the zone. Ulrich now looking. She's going to try to gain the zone. She had Rizzo over there on the wing and now leaves it for her, but handcuffed her. Fox has it, tries to send it down low, sends it toward the net, so eventually accomplishes what she's looking for. Connolly was there to interrupt a passing lane, but eventually Caldera is going to get it out. Tries to send somebody down the middle, but only finds Jacobus, who lifts it forward and allows the Rockets to complete a change. Werfel guarded by Ulrich. Eventually the puck now just ping-pongs into and out of each other's offensive zones as Cook puts pressure. Connolly's going to step up, grab it and dump it. She was 1-on-3. Werfel picks it up, sends it back around to the far side for Schoenbach. Ulrich picks it off. Ulrich trying to battle for it again. Cook peels off from the slot and will get into a puck battle with it. Chipped it off the boards, but Schoenbach's going to get it. She sends it past Latour. It might be an icing, but I think the puck's going to die. It does not get the icing call. It did exceed the line, but probably a good no icing call. Tobin to McNulty between the points. Cook picked it off. She's got Ryder to beat. Ryder has the angle, and Cook has to send it in. Cook scored like that in the first battle between these teams, although she picked off a pass in the defensive zone, walked in and scored. Shoveled forward. Nieves out there now with Cook and Hansen. Tobin trying to gain the line of center. Nieves can't let her do it. Tobin fell on her own there. No call. Good no call. Luzon gets it. Paige Luzon walks in on Lily Latour. Tees up a wrister. Markland saw it all the way and sent the rebound way to the other side half boards. They wheel it back around. Latour chips it up the near side wing for Hope Menichillo. Luzon centering feed. Blocked shot by Hansen, who wouldn't let Wilkin tee it up. Here comes Menichillo, 1-on-3, gets through one, still trying to go through. Ryder strips her of the puck. Wilken will move it up, 2-on-2 with Schlechtweg. Lee Wilken, wrist shot. Markland saw it. The Rockets will take those. They'll give up those shots, and now the shots have gotten very close. It's 25-23 Rockets, but if they let Markland see shots from the top of the slide. Menichillo breaks in! Menichillo's behind the D! She gets close! She can't get the shot off! Werfel knocked it away, or she at least stopped the stick at the trigger point. Redmond's got to bang it back forward. It hit off Landstrom. Landstrom sent it to Hansen. Oh, she almost got it all the way across. Landstrom with like eyes in the back of her head for that one. I didn't even see Hansen over there, and she was alone if that puck just cleared one more Saint. 8 minutes left in the game. 2-1 Rockets on a pair from Hope Menichillo. Chipped in, and that will go into the bench of the Saints, and they'll face it off maybe in the center circle because of where that puck originated from. And the far side ref says do it in front of the bench. Puck actually did go into the zone because it cleared the bench in the offensive zone, and it was off a Saint stick. So you could even argue that that puck could have been faced off inside Saints territory. Not too much of a big deal. Oh boy, Ulrich was looking to get Connolly behind the defense. DeToya's going to walk in 2-on-2 with Ryder. DeToya tees it up, wrist shot blocked away by the hip of Lauren Fox. Rachel Ryder sends it on net, but Markland saw it all the way and steered it aside with the right pad. Clock didn't start. Clock didn't start. Clock, ref, clock. So that was me telling the ref to start the clock. They give word. And it does start. So a loss of about 8 seconds there maybe. Sent out of the zone by Connolly, was maybe looking to spring Cook. So if my camera was off there for a second, I'm doing camera, I'm doing play-by-play, I'm doing color analysis, and I am also telling the ref sometimes when the clock hasn't started. Knocked down by Connolly! Oh, if she got a little puck luck there, she would have walked in. But it went for the favor of Rachel Ryder, who has the puck. Ryder moving it up. Caldero's got a breakaway. She's going to walk in. Hounded by Fox. Backhand goes wide. And let's see if it's a penalty shot or just a trip. They're going to call one either way. It looked like Fox had pretty good defense. She came around and made contact with the puck with her stick, but they call the hook. Coach Jacobus not pleased with that one. Fox kind of went with it right down the middle. Rockets now with 6:59 remaining, clinging to a 2-1 lead. Fox off 2 minutes for the hook. Nieves up front with Hansen, Latour, and Bruno on defense. Tuttle up front with Schlechtweg and Wilken. The points are Werfel on the right side and Zito on the left. Latour is going to break in on Zito, shorthanded. Latour shovels it forward. She's got Nieves down the middle. Werfel sees her and guards her. Battle for it down low. It pops out. Maybe the Rockets were the ones who centered that. Here comes Wilken with Schlechtweg. 2-on-3, but it's a power play. Broken up by the Rockets. Oh, there's a collision right there. Two players not looking. Wilken eventually gets up. She was offside by a mile. Shot covered up and a save. Wilken was in the zone. She was 10 feet in the zone when the puck came in, and they don't call the offside. She was down. She and Latour collided back to back. Latour, neither saw one another. Wilken was down in the zone. She was literally 10 feet in the zone. The puck came back in, and they didn't call the offside. Vociferous at the bench. The ref trying to explain to the bench. What happened? I'm not sure. Maybe they said the Rockets sent it back into their own zone. That would be the only way. And that is a way. That would be the only way. Centering feed. It's off Schleckweg. Good job by Redmond tying up the potent 66. If she gets close and she gets the stick on it, there's a good chance it's going to the back of the net. Oh! Landstrom gets blindsided by Wilkin, and the Rockets will have it evened up. Landstrom just never saw her. She was coming in. Wilkin just stepped right into her, and that'll even it up. The shots are now even at 25-25. Landstrom was holding her head for a moment. She seems to be okay. She goes to the bench. Well, I'll see if she's taking a seat over there. And she takes a moment there on the bench to gather herself, and coach is checking on her. They got to get the penalty. The vociferous Joe Fox asking what the penalty was. They call a slash, and just what the actual calls are have been a little dubious here. They get the penalty. They get it right that it's a penalty. I'm not too concerned that it's a slash or a check or a blindside hit or whatever it is. 5:55 left in the game. 2-1 Rockets, 4-on-4 hockey for 54 seconds, 52, 53, 51. And then the Rockets will have a power play of about a minute. Matone all the way down. Menichillo shovels it over the top of the net. McNulty or Ryder maybe got a piece. Battled for on the far side. Redmond steps into Schoenbach right there to prevent a breakaway. Ulrich picks it up. Ulrich moving along, tries to get through the circle, gets around one, doesn't have an angle, tries the stuff shot. Peterson has it, and they blow the whistle as she trapped it underneath the blocker. So the blocker is what they used to call in olden days the waffle board, because it used to look like a waffle. That was a board. And sometimes you don't use it just as a shield like the way Wonder Woman or Captain America would do it to reject pucks or bullets or people. You use it to corral a loose puck and cover it, and that's what Peterson did there, trapping it against the iron. Rockets 4-on-4. Here's a breakaway potential for Caldera, but she overskated it. Oh boy, that's Jana Caldera was looking to break in on the 4-on-4. Menichillo trying to get behind the D. She doesn't have a step. Ulrich trying to get into the zone. Collided there with McNulty. Menichillo down low. Sharp angle wrist shot. Peterson save, and she covers it up. She took all of the angle away as Menichillo came down low. Ulrich was trying to get to the back door, but the back checker defended it there. So the pass would have had to have not just sauce, but Sunday gravy to get all the way through. 4-on-4 for 5 seconds, then 64 seconds of power play time for the Rockets. Nieves up front with Rizzo in the slot. Latour, hybrid left point, left wing. Face off one by the Saints, and they'll break it out. Now the Rockets have a power play. Fox jumps off, Rodriguez jumps on. So Nieves with Rizzo and Rodriguez. Latour and Bruno. Tuttle chips it in. It's a little too far for her to regain clean possession. Puck battle just out of view. They still battle for it. 3 Rockets against 1 Saint. Now 2 Rockets against 1 Saint. Nieves picks it out. Rockets have 40 seconds to get it from their own zone to set up the power play. CC Nieves, 22, with the puck. Will skate it in over the left wing, and she'll bring it down low. Chips it off the boards for herself, looking for somebody in front. Rodriguez is there trying to set up. Rizzo's at the back door. Sends it to Rizzo. Rizzo will go to Bruno at the point. Bruno will fire it through traffic off a skate. Rizzo's there! Peterson with a big save on Rizzo! Shoveling in front of Nieves. Rodriguez tried to pound it in, can't get it. This one sent all the way down. It might be an icing, or the puck might die. The puck dies right on its edge. You couldn't, well, I said it last game. If you tried to do it 99 times, that would be the one. Well, now it's happened twice, where the puck has just died perfectly on the line. The Saints have killed it off. Ulrich tries to get down the middle, but Werfel denies her. Rockets now in a change, but they make it just cleanly enough with 3:35 left in the game, and the Rockets holding a 2-1 lead. Ulrich out there on center, defending. with Menichillo on the near side wing. Menichillo was 1-on-2. Schlechtweg, Delaney Schlechtweg gets it taken away by Peyton Jacobus. Jacobus trying to get the wheels moving. Jacobus has a 3-on-2. She's got Menichillo with her on the center, and Ulrich's the trailer. Sharp angle shot, she fired it wide. Fox hustles to the near side point. DeToya trips it out past her. Schlechtweg versus Hansen. Hansen back checking, breaks it up. Menichillo gets in. Menichillo has Ryder cutting through. Menichillo gets by. She shoots, and Hope has the hat trick for Gouda! With 2:59 left in the game, the Rockets pull their lead to 3-1. An heroic effort by number 48, playing with the heaviest of hearts. She has come through and given the Rockets a 2-goal lead with less than 3 minutes left. What a game for Menichillo. She is going to remember this one forever. $30-25 now, the shots in favor of the Rockets. The Saints had a run of something like 8 straight in the game to get it even or close to even. But the Rockets have stood their ground, and despite playing a lot of the game in the penalty box, they have rebounded to forge forward and take the lead and then double the lead. Saints might start thinking early about pulling Natalia Peterson for an extra attacker. Rockets would be content to just keep pounding it into the offensive zone and taking any possession, any tie-ups along the boards like that. Rodriguez fires it on net. Peterson steers it for Ryder, who sends it up the near side board. Rockets pinch in over there. Landstrom now down low, off the stick of Matone for Mia Rodriguez. Tries to center it, but Maeve McNulty picks it off, shovels it forward for Schoenbach, who sends it to Caldera. Caldera's going to break in over the left wing. She's 1-on-2. Redmond guards her off the puck. Connolly was back there back checking. Wraparound attempt kicked away. It wasn't on net, but nevertheless, she got a piece of it, did Markland. Connolly calmly gains the line, sends it deep, allows the change to happen behind her. Nieves and Rizzo jump on. Connolly did the dirty work. She did the forecheck. She did the back check. She takes a rest, and the Saints bring it in offside. 99 seconds left for the Rockets to keep their 2-goal lead. The Saints will be bringing their guns for this last minute 39. Timeout is called, not sure by which team, and now the indication is that the Saints have called timeout. So this is big that the faceoff is outside of the zone. You could make a good bet that if the faceoff was in the offensive zone of the Rockets, that Coach Steve Tuttle would send his netminder Natalia Peterson to the bench for an extra attacker. Typically, you might not do that with the face-off where it is, but if you're down 2 goals, which they are, there's a better case for it. Peterson does now occupy the goal to your YouTube left, so it looks like she'll stay in there for the time being. If the Saints do get an offensive zone possession here, we imagine that she might cheat up between the hash marks and then decide to head to the bench under instruction for the extra attacker. Or they could just play it straight up. Now that I've given you all of the possibilities, something crazy will probably happen that I didn't account for. That's hockey, Susan. 1:39 left, 3-1 Rockets over the Ramapo Saints. Caitlin Schoenbach scored the only goal of the first period. That was for Ramapo. Hope Menichillo scored in the second, then scored a power play goal in the second, and then she just scored here in the third. She's got a heavy heart, and she has a hat trick, and she has all of her team's goals. This is one of the best efforts that you could ever see. By a great kid, number 48, and a wonderful hockey player. Rockets have Rizzo with Cook and Nieves up front, Latour and Bruno on D. Rizzo chips it in. Rockets get it down low to the applause of their bench. Nieves picks it off, sends it to the point for Latour. Latour is going to grab it, not even looking for a shooting lane. Schleckweg is going to try to get it from her. She does. She tries to send Wilken away. It's tripped behind the play, no call. Rizzo picks it up at center. Latour gets kicked there by Wilken. The net is empty. Peterson's out with a minute left. Sixth attacker is Caldera. It comes to Cook on the far board. She chips it forward. Caldera looking for somebody, but Zito steps in. Bodies flying all over the place. Wilken looks jelly-legged after that. Oh, Wilken took out Bruno! She kicked her down with a slew foot! She could have injured her! Bruno can't get up! Oh my goodness, what is that? Wilken with a horrible sportsmanship play. I mean, she absolutely just kicked the leg of Aaron Bruno, and Bruno goes off injured. That's unacceptable. I simply cannot believe what I'm watching. I hate to see this type of thing happen in any game for either player. It wouldn't be acceptable no matter what color jersey you're wearing. And that's not typical of what we see from the Saints. The referee on the near side, I don't know how he couldn't see that. I mean, it's just blatantly in his vision, and the offending player takes the face-off now. Rockets have 34 seconds to kill off here. They're 5 on 6. The net is empty. Here's Mia Rodriguez. Takes a bump from Tuttle. Tuttle punches Rodriguez in the head, and they're finally going to call that. Rodriguez is going to skate away. Rodriguez is getting called for nothing. Now that's absurd. It's right below us. Rodriguez did absolutely nothing. She's playing the puck. Tuttle's pushing her from behind in the head. Rodriguez has to take a spot in the box. I think they'll stay 6 on 5 here for the last 22 seconds. At this point, tempers are flaring for both sides. And you need to make sure that your players don't get involved in any of the rough stuff. Just expire the last 22 seconds, shake hands. That's it. So it is still 6 on 5. There's 22 seconds. Everybody, let's just get out of here alive. Referee calming nerves maybe a little bit by making the players stay in the circle. Caldera brings it in. It goes wide. 15 seconds now. Fox sends it around the boards. A lot of rough stuff still happening out there. We'll keep an eye on it. That's sent down. It's going to be maybe an icing. And Wilken is going to go back to get it. Connolly's over there. She fires the puck up. That's going to do it. And the Rockets are going to walk out with a 3-1 win. We're going to try to forget some of the stuff that we saw at the end because the focus on this one ought to be right on Hope Menichillo. Rockets and Saints lining up now. This is the beauty of hockey. Things were heated seconds ago. Now it's sportsmanship time. You forget everything that happened and you shake hands and you move on. There's Menichillo, coaches shake hands. A game to remember for number 48. And some of the Rockets chatting now. The ref is saying no, get away from each other, but those are actually friends and longtime teammates that have played together, and they'll have to just catch up outside the ice for this one. Grace Matone was right over there, a former Saint, and has some good buddies over there, including Lily DeToya. So they do the stick tap to one another, and that's the kind of stuff that you want to see all the time. That's going to do it from Rock Ice. The Rockets complete their weekend with a 3-1 win over the Ramapo Saints after a 2-1 victory in a shootout on Saturday at the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and when we do all this action, and boy, it's good action, and it's only going to keep getting better. We're almost to playoff time, then you can keep track of everything that goes on. And we appreciate all the support from all ends, no matter which jersey, your daughter, your granddaughter, your great-granddaughter, your sister, your cousin, your friend, or if you're watching on demand, yourselves. No matter which jerseys you wear, you're always welcome here on what Coach Paul likes to call Rizzo Vision. And speaking of Coach Paul, I will let you look at him as we complete the live stream. Once again from the Rock, the Rockets complete their weekend with a second win, this time in regulation 3-1 over the Ramapo Saints. Hope Menichillo with all three for the Rockets in a game to remember. From Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey on Rizzo Vision.